Welcome to Dreamy Tales, your bedtime haven. Prepare to embark on a journey of tranquility and relaxation. I'm here to weave enchanting stories that will gently guide you into a restful night's sleep. Subscribe and let the soothing whispers of Dreamy Tales be your nightly companion. The Whimsical Whisker's Wonderful Whirlwind. Chapter 1. A Whimsical Whirl. The sun shone brightly down on Whiskerville as Whisker napped in a sunny square. The orange tabby slowly stretched and yawned, awaking with curiosity about the day's wonders. Whisker strolled along the cobblestone streets, familiar yet overflowing with mystery. A candy shop gleamed with rainbow sweets behind its windows. At the bookstore, furry friends curled up reading tales of knights and magic. All seemed as it always did in the cheerful town, until a sudden breeze swirled. Gusts swirled, and colorful leaves danced through the air. Whisker watched with wide eyes as the wind magically transformed things. In the square, trees sprouted fluffy pink blooms. Window boxes burst into a symphony of colorful flowers. Along the streets, charming whimsical details appeared. A bakery sold pies that smelled of sunshine and smiles. Whisker followed the wind down the walkway as it spun merrily along. But around the corner, something strange caught his eye. Where the parks usually stood green and placid, magical hues now flourished. Trees wore coats of sky blue and violet leaves. Along the pathways, mushrooms sprouted as toadstool tables and chairs. A rainbow stream gently gurgled past. Whisker's paws tingled with joy and curiosity over the marvelous sights. But what, or who, had created this enchantment? Whisker knew he must find the source of such wonderful magic. He decided to ask around town for clues. As he set off on his quest, the tabby hoped to uncover how this new spirit of whimsy came to be, and perhaps make some new furry friends along the way. Chapter 2. A Quest Begins. Whisker strolled down the candy-colored streets, taking in the town's magical new wonders. "What a delight!" exclaimed the puppeteer at her lively show. "It's like something from a dream," sighed the baker, frosting smiling suns on his sunny cakes. At each stop, Whisker politely asked if anyone had seen the source of this fun whirlwind. The bookseller thought he spotted a robed figure leave the park, but the flower seller simply smiled at the joy it brought. As Whisker continued his search, laughter rang out from the square. Children and critters played chasing games amid blooming trees. A ginger tabby rolled a ball of yarn for eager paws. "Enjoying the new spirit in town?" he asked Whisker. "Very much, though I aim to find who or what created this magic," replied Whisker. The ginger cat thought for a moment. "Old Gus at the edge of the grove may know. He's quite wise about such matters." He pointed Whisker towards the whispering trees outside of town. Whisker thanked his new friend and hurried towards the green sanctuary. As he walked among the trunks, birdsong filled the air. Sunlight dappled the grass, and flowers swayed in the breeze. Deeper inside, a winding brook danced by. Whisker spotted an old tortoise sunning on a log. "Pardon me, are you Gus?" he asked politely. Gus opened one eye and nodded. "I'm looking for the one who brought magic to Whiskerville. Might you know them?" Gus chuckled softly. "Ah, you must mean the Whirlwind Wizard. He lives farther back for tranquility." He pointed with his walking stick towards a stone circle hidden in the trees. "You'll find answers there, young kit." Whisker thanked Gus for his help and raced towards the grove. Parting low branches, he came upon a cozy clearing. Inside, an old wizard sat watching clouds. His orange robes blended into the falling leaves as if woven from the sky itself. Whisker took a breath and went to greet the mysterious Whirlwind wizard. Chapter 3. A challenge appears. Whisker stepped into the grove's inner circle where the Whirlwind wizard sat. "Pardon me, sir, but are you the one they call the Whirlwind wizard?" asked Whisker politely. The wizard smiled gently. "Indeed I am. And who might you be, young kid?" "My name is Whisker. I've come to ask about the magical wind you brought to Whiskerville," replied Whisker. The townsfolk seemed happier, but also confused by its meaning. The wizard stroked his long beard thoughtfully. "I sensed an imbalance in that town. While things were pleasant, there was a lack of true joy. My whirlwind was meant to awaken their fun and whimsy once more." Whisker nodded in understanding. "It's worked wonders so far, but the townsfolk are unsure how to keep embracing this playful spirit." The wizard's eyes twinkled. "That gives me an idea, Whisker. I see great potential in your fun-loving ways. What if you helped the people discover games and delights to share?" Whisker's ears perked up eagerly. "Me? Help spread more happiness? I'd be delighted." "Wonderful," chuckled the wizard. "Then I challenge you thus. Organize some community activities that bring smiles and togetherness. Should you succeed, my whirlwind shall stay as its guardian spirit." Whisker accepted the quest with enthusiasm. But as he said his goodbyes, uncertainty crept in. How could one kitten inspire a whole town? He decided to start small and think positive. The first seeds of ideas began to sprout in his mind. Back home, Whisker pondered ways to involve everyone. A town mural would be colorful, he thought, and a dance could lift spirits. As the plans blossomed, Whisker's tail waved excitedly. He couldn't wait to share the fun with Whiskerville. But first, he needed help from special friends, both old and new. His adventure was just beginning. Chapter 4. Whisker's Wonderful Plans. With plans in mind, Whisker set off to recruit helpers for his projects. First, he visited the bookstore, hoping his furry friend, the ginger tabby, would join. "A mural and dance? What fun ideas!" exclaimed Ginger. "I'm your cat. Just say what you need." Whisker purred happily at his new friend's support. Next was the puppeteer, who whistled at the plans. "People will adore bringing the town to life with color. I'll lend my puppets for a dance performance." With Ginger and Pickle's help, preparations began in full swing. Whisker designed the mural with sections for all to contribute. Flyers went out calling for artists. On the big day, critters arrived with brushes and paints. Whisker guided them to place flowers, houses, and more along the brick wall. Laughter and cheer echoed as the mural came alive. When it ended, everyone admired their work. "It's truly magical," sighed a bird. Even hesitant townsfolk smiled at seeing community spirit. Whisker felt joy bubbling within at bringing them together. Next was the dance performance in the square. Pickle rehearsed with her puppets as Whisker and Ginger decorated with paper flowers. That evening, neighbors gathered curiously. But as music played and puppets danced, smiles bloomed one by one. By the finale, applause and bravos bounced off buildings. Whisker surveyed the scene happily, his tasks complete. Though a few villagers like the grocer still seemed stern, most had embraced the new spirit of fun. As long as he had friends by his side, anything was possible in Whiskerville. The future looked bright indeed. Chapter 5 Everlasting Joy in Whiskerville. The sun rose over Whiskerville, bathing the town in a warm glow. Whisker stretched and glanced out at the busy square below. Since his efforts began, things had certainly changed for the better. Where once serious folk went quietly about their days, now laughter and song filled the streets. Children chased each other playing made-up games of knights and magic. Shopkeepers told tales as they worked, bringing smiles to customers. Even the grocer, once so stern, had softened. His window now displayed cookies, baked in silly shapes, to delight the young. It seemed Whisker's activities had truly sparked new life into the community. Purred Whisker with pride. His work here was done. The wizard's challenge was fulfilled. But as he set out to share the news, something caught his eye. In the distance, clouds swirled in a colorful dance. Whisker ran towards the Whispering Grove, hoping to find the wizard. Entering the circle, he found the robed figure watching the sky serenely. "Sir, look!" exclaimed the kitten, pointing. "Is that?" The wizard smiled knowingly. "It seems my whirlwind has returned to stay, young Whisker. Your efforts have brought the playful spirit I wished to see. This town will keep its magic forevermore." Overjoyed, Whisker thanked the wizard for believing in him. He felt glad to have helped the townsfolk embrace their fun sides. As for his role, Whisker would continue lighting up each day with curiosity and games. And so the colorful whirlwind remained, a symbol of Whiskerville's new cheer. Tales of the curious kitten who inspired such joy would be shared for ages. Though time passed, Whisker's story lived on, reminding all of the power of play, community, and keeping wonder alive, no matter how old one grows. The end. As the stars twinkle above, it's time for Dreamy Tales to bid you good night. May the soothing echoes of our stories linger in your dreams, offering you a serene escape. Until we meet again under the moonlit sky, sleep tight and sweet dreams.